Abercrombie, a company flooded in CEO committing as trafficking, intimidating and abusive photographer, connections to one of the biggest criminals in the history, celebrities who played along, accusations of racism, discrimination, tons of lawsuits and disregard to humanity in general. Former Abercrombie & Fitch CEO Mike Jeffries has been arrested on charges of his trafficking and more, and you are probably interested, how has this unraveled? Well, this seems as only tip of an iceberg. While being CEO, he showed little regard to human rights, accommodated discrimination, and bad treatment of his own people. Let's dive in. Mike Jeffries served as the CEO of Abercrombie & Fitch from the 1990s until he stepped down in 2014. Jeffries was connected to Leslie Wexner, a retail mogul and close friend of infamous Jeffrey E. Wexner played a role in bringing Jeffries on board at Abercrombie & Fitch in 1992. During his tenure, he transformed the company into a major teen fashion brand known for its provocative marketing strategies. He repositioned the company as a lifestyle brand targeting young adults, focusing on a nouveau preppy aesthetic. Jeffries used provocative advertising campaigns featuring attractive models to create an image of exclusivity and aspirational living. Under his leadership, the brand expanded internationally, opening flagship stores in major cities worldwide, but he has also destroyed the company at the same time. Additionally, Jeffries worked with famed photographer Bruce Weber for Abercrombie's highly intimidating advertising campaigns. Bruce Weber, a renowned photographer, faced multiple allegations of misconduct. In December 2017, model Jason Boyce sued Weber for inappropriate touching and kissing during a casting session. Subsequently, several other male models accused him of similar behavior, involving unnecessary nudity and coercive actions during photo shoots. These allegations were consistent across multiple accounts, leading to lawsuits that were eventually settled outside of court. Weber has consistently denied all allegations against him. Bruce Weber began working with Abercrombie & Fitch in the mid-1990s, during a period when the brand was being revitalized by CEO Mike Jeffries. Weber's work for Abercrombie was characterized by his signature black and white photography featuring partially dressed young people, which became iconic for the brand. His campaigns contributed significantly to Abercrombie's image of youthful, all-American coolness. However, Weber's tenure with Abercrombie ended when allegations of misconduct surfaced in 2017 and 2018, leading the brand to sever ties with him. Mike Jeffries knew about his allegations and tendencies and kept him in the company. Bruce Weber has worked extensively with Naomi Campbell, another friend of Mr. Jeffrey. Jeffries, along with his partner Matthew Smith and an intermediary, James Jacobson, allegedly operated an international trafficking ring, recruiting young men for parties in the US and abroad. Matthew Smith, Mike Jeffries' partner, played a significant role in the alleged trafficking ring. He was involved in organizing the events and reportedly managed cash payments to participants. Smith, along with Jeffries, used a middleman, James Jacobson, to recruit young men under false pretenses of career opportunities. The operation involved coercive tactics and was funded by Jeffries, with Smith actively participating in the logistics and execution of these events. The FBI investigation was prompted by a BBC report revealing accusations of exploitation at events hosted by Jeffries. In October 2023, the BBC aired a documentary and podcast series detailing claims from several men who alleged they were exploited at events hosted by Jeffries and his partner. These reports prompted further scrutiny, leading to an FBI investigation in January 2024. Jeffries and Smith were arrested in Florida, while Jacobson was detained in Wisconsin. They are expected to appear in court soon. The FBI gathered evidence against Mike Jeffries through several methods. Accusers and witnesses provided statements detailing their experiences and the coercive tactics used. A security company was allegedly employed to monitor and intimidate potential whistleblowers. Evidence showed that men were misled with false promises of modeling opportunities. Abercrombie was used as a tool to lure people, who later became victims of his crimes. The FBI gathered substantial evidence against Jeffries, including travel records. These records documented the movement of men who were allegedly recruited for events in various locations, including the US, England, France, Italy, Morocco, and St. Barts between 2008 and 2015. The records helped establish patterns of travel that were consistent with the allegations of international trafficking and provided evidence of the logistics involved in organizing these events. Financial documents such as bank statements, transaction records, and payment receipts to trace funds linked to the alleged trafficking. These documents helped establish financial connections between Jeffries and the recruitment and payment of men for events, providing evidence of the financial transactions involved in the operation and testimonies from accusers and witnesses. The victims were reportedly coerced into attending drug-laced test parties worldwide while being under impression they are going into modeling world. They were subjected to non-consensual acts and required to sign non-disclosure agreements. Additionally, Jacobson allegedly recruited men who had to undergo tryouts involving his acts. This is what has resurfaced today, but Abercrombie & Fitch has faced numerous controversies over the years. In 2002, Abercrombie & Fitch faced significant backlash for selling t-shirts featuring Asian stereotypes, such as the slogan "Wong Brothers Laundry Service to Wongs Can Make It White," accompanied by offensive imagery. This sparked protests from Asian American groups and widespread criticism, leading the company to quickly remove the shirts from their stores. Abercrombie issued an apology, though it was criticized for not being sufficiently formal, with a spokesperson stating that the brand pokes fun at various groups and did not intend to single out Asians. In 2004, Abercrombie & Fitch settled a $40 million class action lawsuit for discriminatory hiring practices against minorities and women. The lawsuit alleged that the company violated the Civil Rights Act by excluding minorities and women from sales positions, often relegating them to less visible roles. The settlement required Abercrombie to enhance diversity in its workforce and marketing, though the company admitted no wrongdoing. The same year, Taylor Swift featured happily in their campaign. Taylor managered and Imtro secured her a contract with Abercrombie that featured her in their Rising Stars campaign. She had 18 pages Vanity Fair shoot for that occasion and attended to various parties with them. But not only Swift. Lana Del Rey also appeared in Abercrombie ads early in her career, along with Jennifer Lawrence, modeled for the brand as a teenager. She has participated in a football-themed shoot but took the game too seriously, resulting in unusable photos due to her intense expressions and actions. Channing Tatum participated in Abercrombie campaigns. Before his rise to stardom, he recalled having to wear a chicken suit during a catalog shoot, standing out among other shirtless male models. And Lindsay Lohan featured in promotional materials during her early career. Kellen Lutz was modeling for Abercrombie catalog after that he moved to Los Angeles and worked as a shirtless greeter at an Abercrombie store, which he enjoyed for its social aspects and fun interactions with customers. Malin Ackerman and Jamie Dornan posed together in a shoot where they were asked to remove their clothes, leading Ackerman to humorously question what they were actually selling. In 2005, Abercrombie & Fitch faced a boycott led by the Women and Girls Foundation of Southwest Pennsylvania, termed a girl cut, due to t-shirts with sexist slogans like "Who needs brains when you have these?" and "Available for parties." The campaign gained national attention, leading the company to pull the offensive shirts from stores on November 5, 2005, and issue an apology. This incident highlighted ongoing criticisms of the brand's provocative and often controversial marketing strategies. In 2013, Mike Jeffries faced criticism when a 2006 interview resurfaced, revealing his comments about the brand's exclusionary marketing strategy. Jeffries stated that Abercrombie targeted cool, good-looking people and deliberately excluded others, reinforcing a perception of elitism and exclusivity. The backlash was significant, prompting Jeffries to issue an apology on Facebook, expressing regret for the offense caused by his words and emphasizing the company's opposition to discrimination and bullying. In 2015, Abercrombie & Fitch lost a Supreme Court case, Eoc v. Abercrombie & Fitch stores, concerning religious discrimination under its look policy. The case involved Samantha Iloff, a Muslim woman who was denied employment because her headscarf violated the company's dress code. The Supreme Court ruled 8-1 in favor of Iloff, deciding that Abercrombie could be liable for not hiring her to avoid accommodating her religious practice, even though she hadn't explicitly requested an accommodation. While there was no direct and immediate sales decline attributed solely to this incident, it was part of a broader pattern of controversies that eventually led to declining sales in the late 2000s and early 2010s as public interest waned and competition increased. So naturally, Mike Jeffries stepped down in 2014. after over 2 decades at the helm. During his tenure, he showed little regard to human rights, accommodated discrimination and bullying, never admitted to be wrong even when proven, and promoted a bad treatment of his own employees. However, as trafficking is a serious federal offense in the United States, typically carrying severe penalties, including lengthy prison sentences. The exact sentence would depend on the specifics of the charges, the evidence presented, and the outcome of the legal proceedings. Federal trafficking charges can result in sentences ranging from several years to life imprisonment, depending on factors such as the number of victims and the severity of the offenses. Do you think this investigation will lead to any further uncovering of similar incidents in the industry? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you for watching Story of. If you are already a subscriber, thank you for coming back, and if you're new on the channel, please make sure to subscribe. Till next time.